Welcome back, Scavs and Rats, to another deep dive into the Forever Winter. And today's a special day indeed. Today is the start of a series where we're going to go over the guns of the Forever Winter, both in-game and their real-life counterparts. We'll touch on art style where it's relevant, but remember, the game's early access, not everything's working right now, so we're not going to harp on it. At least not too much. We'll throw in some jokes and some anecdotes and see how it goes. I won't lie to you, this is going to be some nerdy stuff, and here is our basis for how we're going to play this. I am going to judge every gun on its own merit. We're not making a tier list out of this. I'm going to run each one through Scrapyard Nexus twice. Once unupgraded and with no perks supporting it, and again fully upgraded with all the relevant perks. Here today we're in episode 1, Rifles, and let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
And to start this fine category off, we have the Surplus Rifle. There are no customization options for this gun. You get what you get with it. So the perks are the only differentiator here. It's a default weapon. You start the game with it. From the training mission onwards, you will always have an unlimited pile of Surplus Rifles, presumably because absolutely no one in the world wants them. For those not in the know, the Surplus Rifle is based off the Draco. It's the coolest gun in the hood if you've never learned anything about guns, and trust me, if anyone's telling you to buy a Draco because this will help you defend yourself or this is a cool gun, know that they are the ops and they are sabotaging you. Now, how does using this gun to survive feel like? Starting with our unperked character and just going in raw. Being endowed with a massive, gargantuan 10-round magazine, this thing is still best used in full auto. And it's okay. It can generally be relied upon to end one standard soldier at a time per magazine. It's really not good at holding off a horde of enemies, so timed extractions are not your friend here. Yeah. And honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference if you have the perks or not. And if you make clever use of cover, it can be viable. It's not the worst gun you could possibly have. Well, it is in reality, but not in the game. I mean, you can kind of see here just how well this is working out. It's honestly not a very capable rifle. Being in 5.45 means this gun can use the game's two specialty ammunitions. One being the 5.45 Surplus, which is just the regular ammo, but worse and free. And the other being 5.45 Cryo, which you can find on enemies, but usually have to make yourself. You can either use 20 packs of cigarettes or 1 bottle of whiskey. Interesting. That must be one real cold and refreshing whiskey. You can also use the execution moves on any frozen enemies, which is a lot of fun, especially with Scav Girl. Look at that. But they're also kind of broken, and they stop working. I don't mean people thaw. They're supposed to do that after a little while. I mean, the gun will just stop freezing people after a certain time. It just turns into regular ammo. I don't know, maybe it got too warm in the backpack. But even if it worked perfectly, literally all the time, this is still the worst rifle to use it in, so let's move on. For our next act, we're going to improve upon the Surplus Rifle by de-Dracoifying it and making the regular AK. Since this isn't a default weapon, we will have to obtain it, and you can buy them from Aramaki 5 at a time, and I recommend you do so. In terms of its real-world inspiration, well, it's a Kalashnikov.
Everybody know Kalashnikov, Soviet precision tool.
This one specifically an AK-74, for those interested. At least that's how it starts off, because this we can actually customize. So getting into how we're going to play the customization suite, for our unperked character, we're going to go in raw. This is just the base settings. I know this says B variant for some of the parts here, but this is how it comes straight from Aramaki. I don't know what to tell you. And then for my perked up character, we're going to really go all out and get all the bells and whistles. Budget Scav run first, let's go. And oh my god, look at the sights. But it works fine. Anyways, already we're feeling pretty solid here. I can take on squads. I'm feeling pretty confident. Oh shit, not that confident. Bye. But yeah, I mean, I can pretty easily hold off the cyborg horde here. All seems well. We can leave alive, guys. And the base model unperked AK is getting the pass from me, so let's check out what the upgrade package can really do for us. I mean, I don't really know what it could do. This was already pretty good, right? Seems to be a lot of your Ruskins out today. Upgraded AK just owns. Look, we can even find all our upgrade parts on their corpses. Fantastic!
Fuck you, middle fingers up, Russians go hot. I believe in my God, God makes last
one. And yeah, it can use the cryo ammo too. Alright, 10 out of 10. The AK gets the full pass, it's great. But, you know, before we move on, I did say I would talk about art style, and I got a little pick here. Let's talk about mounting optics. Let's use this not a holosun for example here. Do you see how it's attached to the rifle? You see this little rail here? All right, let's show this off innards style. Woo. Listen, I am not Othias, and I'm not about to pay him patent fees for the patented plastic pokey. So I'm gonna one-up it with the unpatentable scaly pokey. Now this right here, this is a dust cover. It's made out of sheet metal and held on by a fucking spring. Look, you can hear it wobble if I jiggle it right here. You don't attach sights to this. It won't work. Which is why we have the side rail. Ooh, look where it's mounted. And Fun Dog, I know you know about this because you use it on other rifles. Come on, this just looks silly and dumb. Oh well, whatever. Moving on. Next up is a very closely related firearm to the AK, the RPK. So closely related, they actually share most of their customization parts, but not all the same customization parts. The RPK can't change its barrel, and it has a different gas tube on it, the D variant, which I don't think you can get for the AK. Now, the RPK is based off of a VRPK, a Soviet light machine gun, which is basically just a reinforced and upgraded AK meant for sustained fire. Now, that is a light machine gun, and in the Forever Winter, it's a rifle, but we're just gonna accept that. There's not much to say here that I didn't say about the AK, except it's a little bit better. The notable difference, though, is that the RPK is chambered for 7.62 versus 5.45. So while we don't have access to cryo ammo or surplus ammo anymore, we do get an additional 25 damage per shot. The RPK can be bought from Aramaki, once again, though he'll only sell you 3 of them, and they are more expensive than the AKs. Going in unperked and unmodified, and the RPK is already knocking it out of the park. It's better than the AK out of base. Like, you really do feel the extra capacity and damage. Now, for the fully perked, this I'm expecting to be awesome, right? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Well, I mean, sort of. Honestly, it's very similar to the AK. I don't think the differences are significant enough to knock this over, like, into an 11 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10. These are both great rifles. You can't go wrong here. Yeah, this is a short segment. Moving on. We've just been buying from Aramaki, so let's go see what Grillo has to offer us. Let's try the SA-58. This is based off of the SA-58, surprise, surprise. And the SA-58 is a FAL, or SLR if you're British. Now, I really, really like FALs. This is okay, I guess. And it starts off in full auto, so if you're British, the Argentinians were right. This is our first 308 rifle, which is a bit more expensive, and more importantly, can only be bought in like 200 rounds at a time from Grillo, and that's pretty limiting. On paper, it seems okay, but there is a fair amount of room for customization here. Now let's get to testing. Oh, look, it has working sights. Ah, yes. Ah, I just won so many points, you have no idea. But using it honestly, it feels like the RPK, but with half the magazine capacity. And I do mean the base model RPK, and that's not necessarily a good thing. It's a capable weapon, but it's not a good weapon. If you catch my drift. Like, I can easily handle 1 or 2 enemies just fine, but any more than that's a bit too much. Like, I bit off more than I can chew here. Yep, there I go. Oh well. When it's fully kitted out, though, it's doing a lot better. I actually feel like the accuracy buff is really helping with this, to be honest. It feels pretty good. It's better than a base model RPK, for sure. And the sights, again, win at many points in my eyes. That magazine upgrade is really important, to the point where it's not really fun to use the rifle without it. And Grillo won't sell you that magazine until you already got some levels on it under your belt, so good luck with that. It's a decent rifle. It works, it's not amazing. We can move on, I think. Let's continue down the list of 308 rifles that are just so amazing Grillo can only trust us to buy one at a time with the R11 Sassy Girl. Oh, sorry, just Sass. Alright, so the R11 is based off the actual R11, which was an AR-10 in drag that Remington tried to sell to police and military forces as a sniper rifle, and no one bought it. They did make a whole lot of promotional material, though, to try to hype it up. And the kind of people that read Guns and Bullets and thought they were getting, like, true lessons and hard-won wisdom and not just reading a sales rag, they really liked the thing. Let's see how it holds up in the game, though. Even unperked, it has working sights, so once again, it wins points with me. And the base damage is low, and the rate of fire is also low, so really, you have to be aiming for headshots here. But if you can pull off regular headshots, its multiplier means this thing can chew through even elite enemies with ease. Honestly, this is a very good rifle, but also really punishing for bad play. And with that in mind, let's check out the upgraded version. Honestly, the only substantial upgrade that you can have on this is to put a scope on it. And only a magnified scope will help, and So this is the best scope in the game, the True Aimer 4 times. And I'll be honest, the source of this evades me. This might be a Fun Dog creation, because I was looking around for it, like seriously I was. If you know, let me know, but it's the only 4-time scope in the game, so this is what we're gonna be using. And oh god, look at the blur on the actual scope itself. That effect isn't working right. Anyways. Silly as it may be, this makes this a really, really competitive rifle. Are you winning, son? I think I am. Another one bites the dust. Oh, Jesus. Okay. The R11 sassy bitch gets a pass from me. I would even say it's worth repairing, except, what? Yeah, I don't have destroyed SVD to turn into an R11, so. Anyway, moving on.
Next we have the VKS, the Vykhlop. It's the only rifle in 12.7x55, and yeah, that pretty much tracks with the real one.
Специально для ВКС был разработан ряд совершенно новых боеприпасов калибра 12,7.
The FSB made a bolt-action rifle to be used with a suppressor. In the game, though, it's a semi-auto shitstick that you can't suppress. People will tell you you can buy a suppressor for it. You can't. So let's have some very dwarfy fun. Its damage is so low. Like, even single headshots, not reliable. Wait, seriously? Here? But all I have is... fuck it. There he is. Oh god, I can't kill them, run away! I can do it! Oh. Well, I guess we saw that coming. Let's try to upgrade this thing. Coming through the bipod, why not? Rather than the True Brick, let's throw the legally not a Spitfire. And oh, I like this scope. Because it does something the Forever Winter's really bad at. It actually has a focal plane on it. What I mean is, when you have a real optic, it's a piece of glass, right? And you have an image, which is your reticle, on that glass, in a set location. And when you move your head behind it, it stays where it is. But in the Forever Winter, a lot of times you have this instead, which kind of looks like we have an empty tube and a magical floating dot somewhere in the front that we're using as a pair of iron sights. So if anything from this segment, the Spitfire gets a pass. Oh man, I don't know what to say. This thing's terrible. It's the worst. In review, it's called the Vykhlop because you're supposed to blow it out your ass. Next in our mini-series on rifles that'll be covered by Ian McCullum one day, we have the TKB 0146, the Stechkin Abakan. So in reality, this thing was a kind of wild-ass prototype that, get this, featured both a progressive trigger and a fire selector. See that little spur there? That's a secondary trigger. Press this one, which is full auto, or the 2-round burst feature, depending on how you wanted it. And that is represented in the game, kind of. He uses a 3-round rather than 2-round burst, but reportedly one of the prototypes did, so that's fine. The main issue is the rate of fire. This should not be firing like this. This should be firing like this. Which would give it a lot more character, but oh well. The rifle it's fine. It's just an AK, to be honest. It's got working sights, so it's better than a base model AK, but that's kind of where it ends. Let's try it perked up and upgraded, and the upgrade path, I'm not sure how I feel about these stat changes, and hey, they took away the front sight. That's not an upgrade. What? No. I guess we'll limit ourselves to just putting on the suppressor. Which... Wow, it's really well respirated, isn't it? So this rifle is fine. It works. It's alright. It's not good, but it's fine. I think we can call it there. Next up we have the SVD, the Dragunov. Now people will say that the Germans invented the assault rifle, but the Soviets, they invented the designated marksman's rifle. And here she is. And it's a pretty one-for-one adaptation into the game, which I'm happy about. You can buy them from Aramaki. It's the only weapon in the game in 7.62x54R, which is kind of weird because I feel like a DPM would fit right in, but whatever. And if you've noticed something missing, yep, we're going in without a front sight. Let's go. It's an experience, let me tell you. The worst part is you don't actually aim through the rear sight either. Like, look, if I get a reticle popping up here, it's slightly above where you'd think the front sight is. And yeah, this gun requires headshots to function. You know, the other night I was playing with a dude, really nice guy, over 1,000 hours in the game, and he says he will not play with the Dragunov because it's the worst gun in the game. And I think this is the experience that ruined it for him. I mean, it is still holding up reasonably well once you kind of adjust your point of impact, and oh, there's no one behind. Oh no! Oh man, I got killed by the snail. That might be a first. So you can't mount a scope on the base upper assembly. This isn't a rifle that has an upper and lower receiver. Whatever. C variant and above will allow you to mount scopes on them, but my favorite is actually going to be the B variant. No, this glass isn't lined up right, and it doesn't have the, like, reflection effects as the Vortex, but we're here to spit lead, not fire today, so let's go. And, oh, well, this is basically the worst possible environment to test out a DMR, isn't it? Hell yeah. So the base damage increase over something like the R11 is really felt here against the cyborgs. Let's try something a little more fair with the other tests though. Let's try it again.
Yeah. Только адик и хардбас, только хард, только бас, только водка и пивас раскачает полюбас. 3 полоски и очки, шлепки, семки и носки. Нас качает андеграунд, в Жигулях наш долбит саунд. Врубай громче.
And I don't know what to tell you guys, the SVD is really, really good.
Чит хардбас, ты присядь, налей пивас.
It's one of the best guns in the game.
Влади, чекай, как звучит на сабвуфере у нас, как всегда звучит.
Dude, this gun fucks. I think we're ready to move on now. Let's touch bases with Grillo and the European weapons again. How about the G36? This is our first 5.56 gun, and in-game that's pretty much the same as 5.45, except you have to buy it from someone else. The real and original G36 is the rifle of the Bundeswehr. Produced by H&K, it's in the process of being replaced, I believe. But a thoroughly competent gun made out of fiberglass of all things. Getting into the field with it, the sights almost line up perfectly, almost. Now, if you're a G36 purist, you might be like, hey, those aren't the original sights. And yeah, you can get the original integrated optic. Uh-huh. This is what you get. Have fun with that. But as for how you can fight with it, yeah, it's perfectly competent. It's better than a base model like SA-58, equivalent to something like an AK. Though there's absolutely nothing the rifle can do to prevent you from using up all your ammo. Oh well, let's try upgrading and see what happens. In terms of upgrading it, on paper, all of the parts seem to make the stats worse for the most part. Except for this handguard, which lets us put things like foregrips on it, so I guess we'll do that. Here you go. Peak performance. And no, there are no magazine upgrades. The only other magazine is a smaller capacity. Great. Well, let's give it a go. Oh, we're here again.
We have a problem. Ich habe eine MP5, you give a little slap. Ich habe eine MP5, we slap it just like that. Ich habe eine MP5, we have a little fun. Ich habe eine MP5, a 3D printed one.
Listen, I didn't come all this way for you to just be gentle with me, alright? I need you to slap me hard. I need to go into battery, alright? Give it to me. Don't hold back.
Is my stamina gonna regenerate? Are we just stuck like this? Is this because I'm old? I'm stuck in shaky mode? Well, there's your port report, fun dog. Let's try. I guess I can't get off the platform. Oh, great. Yeah, that went how I expected. You know, you can also just modify it to look cool. That works great. I highly recommend doing it. It's more fun that way. That's not what people mean when they say go witness your optic and sights.
Do the HK slap.
Alright, let's move on. Boy, get yourself over to Grillo and buy yourself an M16. We're gonna grab it and we're gonna go into the shit. Deep into the shit. This ain't your daddy's M16. Oh, okay, it's actually extremely similar. And it's the lightest rifle in the Forever Winter if, you know, stamina matters to you because you're a punk. Now get out there and make me proud. Of course the sights aren't quite lined up right. It handles like an improved G36, but that reduced magazine capacity really hurts it. Well, at least we can upgrade it, right? Whoa, talk about hide overboard, we're picking that one. Yeah, I feel like this is a solid rifle. Definitely peak performance, not a trash stick at all. Let's go. The upgrade is nice, and honestly, the scope helps out a lot with this rifle. It's better suited for longer range engagements. Oh, and out of ammo again. Well, I guess you live today. Can I escape? Ah! Yeah, all right, here we go. All right, let's take a look at its little brother. And I say little brother because that's what the M4 is. It's a cut down, shorter, and lighter version of the M16. Except in the Forever Winter where it weighs more for some reason. There's a bit more nuance to that, but it doesn't matter. In terms of gameplay though, it is a big upgrade, and that's probably why Grillo will only sell you one at a time. This rifle calls itself an M4A1, but it's not. It's an M forgery. And as a forgery, I'm probably a little unenthused about it, to be honest. Partly just due to overexposure, and partly because, to be honest, it attracts the kind of guy who's like, I bought a gun because a patriot should have one. Who are like the proselytizing vegans of the 2A world. Telling me you have your own M4 at home is like telling me you have HPV. Like I don't really care, please keep it away from me. Just right off the bat, the sights actually work, and the base model magazine capacity is the upgraded magazine capacity off the M16. Why they can't share the same magazines, I don't know. And you know, it's doing pretty alright. It's probably not as good as the G36 stock, but it's not bad. Oh, this situation again. and I'm out of ammo, great. Straight. Oh, okay, we made it.
Fuck's given.
And here we are fully upgraded. Honestly, the suppressor and magazine are going to be a big deal for this, I think. And yeah, all right, this is something different. We actually have a good gun. Whoa! I rate it at about 60% of an AK, which still puts it at the top of the B list. I think that's about all I have to say about the M4. Which kind of wraps us all up. And that just about wraps it up. Now, I know some players are new, so as advice, not as making a tier list, if you're just starting off, the R11, the AK, and the RPK, and the G36 are probably the best guns without any upgrades whatsoever. And if you have the perks and the upgrades, the best rifle here is really a toss-up. It's between the SVD and the R11 if you're into headshots, and the AK and the RPK for literally everyone else. Hey, why not take both? Alright guys, I'll see you around next time, and as a brief aside at the end, Fundog just gave a shout out to video makers here on YouTube. And they didn't mention me! So it's very possible no one at Fundog Studios has seen my videos. If you think maybe that would be a good thing to happen, you know, maybe shoot some links around, share the video. Alright, love you guys. Bye.